Doing? Hello, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is it too loud? Hello, Claire, Andrew, Mr. Cuff, Six Badges, bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. Hello, Ruben. Hello, Joe. Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Claire. Andrew, good to see you. Mr. Ruben, Mr. Cuff, I said that already. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, everybody who's here. Thank you, Dolly, all the way from Laos, not Thailand, Laos. Lao don't switch hours. So what time is it in Lao? I'll put the time down in Lao. In Lao. What is the difference in a Lao and a Laos? And a louse. I know what a louse is. I've been called a louse. I'm not going to say who called me a louse, but I'm a bit of a louse. I'm a louse. Do you remember that? Remember when people were called louses? You're a louse. You're a louse. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for being here. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. I'm uncooked. I'm a little unprepared. Let me just make sure I got the sound on. I want to make sure that I've got the sound off here. It is off here. There we go. Do you hear something? Is that you? That could be the producers here. Just got midnight here in Trafalgar. Here, Trafalgar. Who is Trafalgar? Midnight here, Trafalgar. Daddy, Dolly. I still don't understand what that's all about. We can explain that Maltese Phil is here. We've had a nice run of shows. Remember when the USA took a lot of us Laos boat people? Yeah. Lots of Laos boat people. Why is it called Laos? And what does it mean, Lao and Laos? Lao and Laos. Let's check that out. Why don't we check that out before we get started here? Lao and Laos. Laos is officially called the Laos People Democratic Republic. It's commie. Laos or Lao is the dominant ethnic group, the Lao people, I guess. Laos being a French pluralization that became standard in English for the country's name. So it doesn't have to be called Laos. It could be Lao. Lao. The people are called the Lao people. The change to the LDPR happened in 1975 when the communist Pathet Lao took power, replacing the monarchy and adopting a socialist name reflecting its ideology, though democratic is often dropped. Did you know that? That's according to AI. I don't know whether that's true or not. But the country traces the kingdom. The kingdom. History, prehistory. Lao. What is the population? Let me see what the population is. Per capita, $10,000. GDP is $16,000. And then the population is 7.5 million. So it's relatively small. And it's got medium inequality. Okay, we'll go. We could talk about Lao. It'd be interesting to me. Greetings, Gnome Hunter. I'm very well indeed, locked inside due to the weather. We're not locked inside. I went outside and I picked up rubbish. I picked up rubbish for an hour. I am a great guy. I picked up rubbish for a great guy in my area here. There's less rubbish now than it was in the summertime. I guess, maybe they need to put, what you call it, that 5 cents or 5 pence return fee on every bottle sold, plastic or glass. Maybe. Maybe. So hello, Joe. Hello, beautiful, beautiful Joe. We're gonna have this is gonna be an amazing show. You know how I know it's gonna be an amazing show? Because I've done absolutely nothing to prepare for it. I had a chat with somebody before talking about GTA 6. I don't really understand it. I know that I played GTA 5 over 10 years ago with my son, and I said that can't be true. It can't be 10 years, but it is true. But they've improved. Do you play that game ever, producer? Yes or no? I'm not going to ask him. I had a late one regarding spending time with my labor until 7 a.m. I'm a lovely I am a lovely listening, trying to help a friend. You're lovely for listening to a friend till 7 a.m. in the morning. Oh my God, that's so late. Well, that's what time I've been getting to sleep by. Very late. I've been drinking too much coffee. I'm on my third cup of coffee. It's not healthy. We have a deposit scheme, 10 cents on each bottle or can, Maltese Phil. Well, it's similar to the way it was in New York with bottles, and it cleaned up New York quite a bit. It made people want to pick up the bottles and the cans that they found. They would go around town picking up the bottles and the cans. I pick it up and I put it in the rubbish. In the rubbish. A lot of them are just on the floor. A lot of them in the curb. So New York City has gotten a lot cleaner. Maybe it hasn't since I've been here 25 years, but it got a lot cleaner from 1980 to 2000. And I think that's maybe what can happen here. You know, the cans and the bottles. How did I mention this? How did we start discussing this about the cans and the bottles? 5 more Muslims armed to the teeth just arrested in Australia, en route to Bondi Beach to carry out another massacre. I tell you, I don't know. This is what they do. You know, like I saw a post that says Jews got to do what Jews got to do, and Muslims got to do what Muslims got to do. Unfortunately, when a Jew says he's got to do what a Jew's got to do, maybe it's taking over the world, or maybe it's writing another hit song, or maybe it's singing another hit song, or maybe it's coming up with quantum field theory or whatever Einstein did. You know, what is it? What is, you know, let's go to New York and pick up rubbish, Lewis. Yeah, I'll go to New York and pick up rubbish. I mean, that would be interesting. What are you doing here? Why are you back? I'm here to pick up rubbish. They say you pick yourself up, Lewis. Julian is here. Hello, Julie. Lewis, you're looking more and more like a negative of the great New York snooker player Ray Reardon. He was the vampire of the 70s UK snooker. Okay, we'll have to look him up. What's his name? Ray Reardon. Ray Reardon. Let's go look him up. Ray Reardon. Have you heard of this guy? Have any of you heard of him? But I appreciate you saying this. Reardon. Oh, look at him. Oh my God. Look at the teeth. Look at the English teeth. Let's look at the images. Oh yeah, he looks insane. Look at the teeth. His teeth are worse. They're worse here. Look what that is. Do you see what that is? If you have one of those growing there, you're almost a type 2 diabetic. Is Ray Reardon dead? He died. How old was he when he died? Was he over 80? I'm going to bet not. He died last year, Ray Reardon. He's got that hair. Very Nixonian. I was looking at that myself. That's, oh my God, he was 91 years old. One of the great, he was a Welshman. He died on Friday of battling cancer. What an absolute lie. I hope when I get cancer, you don't say battling cancer. Nobody battles cancer. There's no such thing because your body doesn't fight the cancer. It just lets it grow. I'm pretty sure that is. I know Joe is saying we're not going to be able to discuss cancer, but no one battles cancer. Anyway, dominated the world sport in the 1970s to Steve Davis in the 80s and to Stephen Hendry in the 90s. Yeah, look at that. Snooker. You wouldn't believe this about me, that snooker is one of my favorite sports. You know why you wouldn't believe it? Because it's not true. It's not true. I mean, it's not even a sport. It's a diversion. It's not a sport. But thank you very much for that. Thank you. I mean, do I look like him? Are my teeth? Is my teeth bad? I don't know. Not English teeth. He's Welsh. English, Scots, Anglo-Saxons, Jutes, Picts, Scottish people. It's all the same. It's all the same. I used to watch the snooker on the television, Six Badges says. When I went to visit my grandparents, they had it on. It was a big sport back then. It's probably easy to film. It's inside. It's inside. I went to Crystal Palace. We could talk about that a little later. The Crystal Palace game today. And I went to Crystal Palace, and you know, you look up at the cameras up there. There's a lot of cameras now watching the football game. Lewis, talk about cancer if you wish. I'm happy and chilled out today, having stayed up all night. So all good. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I think we should discuss it. We should express the lies. Anyway, it's pronounced snooker, not snucker, schnucker, schnucker, snooker, snooker, like that, snooker, snooker. How is it really pronounced? Write it out phonetically. Snooker. I thought that's the way I'm pronouncing it. Snucker. Laugh out loud. Sorry, time away from me. I'm still eating, but I'm here lurking. Okay, thank you, Kermit, for coming in. Lewis, you're 100% more handsome than that snooker guy. Yeah. I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, this is what happens when you lose your hair and you comb it, and it looks like he did some kind of devilish thing to his head. It's snooker, not schnooker, not schmucker, or whatever you just said. I don't even remember what I said. Snooker. It's. I'm going to say it now. Can you hear me? Is it snooker, or is it snooker? It's not snooker. What is the difference between snooker and billiards? Do they play billiards in this country, which is like 8-ball billiards? That's what we played when we were growing up, because we had numbers in America. You didn't get numbers in this country until the 1990s. Andrew Rubin, yes, the first one. Snooker, 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 snooker. Agreed. Strange how a lot of people in South Wales pronounce it the same as Lewis. It's pronounced snooker, snooker, snooker or snooker, snooker, snooker. Well, maybe that's the right way then. Why is the English way the best way? Should the Welsh way be the best way? Hello, Jedster. Even he's saying beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Claire, there's 3 beautifuls in Claire's name. Thanks for understanding what I meant. Hence, I'm currently single. Claire. Okay, I missed something there. Oh, yeah, I got to do the top chat. That's the other thing I've got to do. Top chat. Change top chat. Top chat to live chat. Everybody change top chat to live chat. Billiards is a different game, but isn't it the same thing? You put balls in a hole. No, billiards is not 8-ball billiards. It's not 8-ball billiards. It's played with 3 balls. It's already spelled phonetically. Snooker, snooker, snooker. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly because no one has written it down in a phonetic way. Maybe mentioning other words. So I could say the first part, snoo, could be like snoo. It's not snow. Anyway, Girl from Mars is here. Hello, hello, lovely Lewis, and the amazing chat. You are amazing, Girl from Mars. You are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Billiards and snooker are both cue sports, but they differ in rules, equipment, and generally gameplay. Snooker is played on a larger table with 22 balls, while billiards, I once played a game with 22 balls. Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins. While billiards typically uses 3 balls. and has various game formats, including pocketless versions. So billiards, what do they play in America? It's not called billiards in America. Is it called pool? Is that what it's called? Carom billiards, also called French billiards, and sometimes carambole billiards, is the overarching title of a family of cue sports generally played on cloth-covered, pocketless billiard tables. Okay, well, there you go. Well, I thank you for that. I thank you for that. I'm going to go get my eyeglasses. Everybody, while you have a second here, go there. Go to Twitter, everybody, while I get my eyeglasses. What did I do with my eyeglasses? Okay, I put my glasses on so I could see it. Anyway, tickle its balls. Okay. Lewis is only knowledgeable about pocket billiards. Is that what it's called? Bar billiards is different again. What is 8 balls? You got 8 balls, a white ball, you hit the white ball, you hit the 8 balls, you hit them all in. Sometimes you do it by numbers, but that's pool, says Julian. Okay. How do you make a snooker table laugh? A snooker table laugh, says Mr. Cuff. Tickle its balls. Okay, that's good. Eyeglasses. Yes, I'm wearing eyeglasses here. I don't need them for distances. I mean, I have killed myself for you people. I've destroyed my eyes. So you're probably thinking, well, I can't trust anything the dude says because he says don't wear glasses. Just yesterday he was dissing glasses and now he's rushing to find them. His own failures left him to this. Yes, it's my own failure. I take some responsibility because I've sacrificed my health for you. No. Reardon the vampire, says Girl from Mars. Why was he a vampire? Lead. Okay, I understood that. I had a couple of days, I said a couple of days ago, in the middle of the nobody needs glasses rant, that he'd be using his glasses soon. Yeah, I mean, I can see clearly now, but I've had 3 cups of coffee, and maybe I'm having a stroke. Maybe it's from the coffee. I said a couple of days ago, yes, you said that, Mr. Cuff, and I'm saying to you that if I'm spending 3 hours a day reading this stuff. That's more reading than I've done in years. 3 hours a day reading. And it's not healthy. Stop playing with your. Okay, I don't even know what that means, Andrew Rubin. Aren't Spots and Stripes the American version of the game? I never heard of that. Spots and Stripes. Yes, where you have yes, where the stripes. It's not. Yeah, it's a spot where the number is, or it's one color. I don't know what it's called. We'll have to check that out. But that's right, Jedster. You suit glasses, Lewis. Dr. Schaffer. Can I have an appointment, please? Yes, you may. Yes, you may. That's what Lewis Schaffer is all about here. Lewis Schaffer is all about the ladies. Turning Japanese, Ruben, says Mr. Cuff. I don't know what that's all about. No, pool, it could be. It could be. Pool balls were spots, meaning it was a single color with a number, a circle with a number on it. Odds and evens pool. That's similar to spots and stripes, but we wouldn't say spots and stripes. I mean, I should look it up, but I'm not going to look it up. I'm sorry. I'm not going to look it up. I mean, I played a lot of it in school, maybe, or you used to go to pubs in New York and you played it. There was nothing else to do. The change in the pool hall ball colors from yellow to red, used in English pool, to spots and stripes used in American pool, was largely influenced by the standardization efforts for clarity and ease of play. So they're using the American style balls now. Is that what you're saying, Kermit? That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. Is that what they're saying? I don't know what they're playing with now. Let's see. Let's see what it says here. Let's go back here and see what it says. Pool balls. Okay. Well, this is can you see this here? Can you see what you're looking at? You're looking at 6 billiard ball set. This is the American style. This is the pro English 8-ball style, right? That's the English 8-ball style. The English is this, and the American is this. There you go. So there's only two. There's only two styles. What are pool balls made out of? What are billiard balls, pool balls made of? What does it say it's made out of? Phenolic resin, especially high quality sets like Arameth, though some use polyester resin. So what is that? What is phenolic resin? What is phenolic carom billiards? Carom. What is they were made with ivory? And the difference, I guess there's probably going to be different. There's going to be different balls everywhere. Okay, very interesting. Joe, anything that involves going behind the curtain and taking my clothes off. Okay, good for you. All right, I remember a snooker commentator saying, quote, for those watching in black and white, the brown ball is behind the blue ball, or something similar. Nobody knew which was the blue ball. Yes, I don't know a lot about blue balls. I think we know what those are made out of. Lewis, says Joe, I was great at pool. I pretend not to know the rules and then totally steam in. I guess kind of hustling, really. Yes, but as men thought women couldn't play the game, I was all in. Yeah, take advantage of men, Joe. Take advantage of men just because you're a woman. Horrible, horrible. Women are horrible. That's a perfect example. They're horrible, pretending that they don't know something. And then, just take advantage. In Scotland, we call them big yins and the wee yins, the big dots in the small dots. It's big dots and the small dots. Okay, could be that way. In the 18th century, they used poor people's ground up teeth. Is that true? Is that true? What to make this thing? What to make it kind of like ivory? To make it ground up ivory. Original snooker balls were made of ivory. Yes, they were, Andrew. They were made of ivory. Why is that so shocking? I'm really good at pool too, Joe. I bet you are. Well, women can be good. That's why some of the best pool players in the world are women. I'm saying that as a joke. Some of them can be good, but is the best one? Well, I'm going to find out. We'll find out. Who is the best? Oops. Um, why aren't I'm just putting this out here. Why aren't women the best in pool? Men have better 3D perception and visual spatial skills than females. It's not clear if this is the case or is this the whether this is biological or societal, but these skills are critical in pool. Gender in pool. Did you know about this thing? They've got more strength. Men are generally taller, can lean in on stuff, generally have larger hands with longer, stronger females, more opportunities to play. Far fewer females than males play the sport. Many a female with a large chest can be limited in stance positions like the male with a large belly or lack of flexibility. I didn't even know that, but now I know that. Now I know that. Americans are usually amazed at how large a snooker table is. I don't think I've ever seen one. I probably have seen one. I don't think I've ever seen one. John Miller comes in and says the biggest salmon was caught by a woman. Okay, there you go. Is that true? Is that true? Do women win any competitions catching fish? Women just have better things to do. Don't say that, Kermit. Don't say that. We have to be. I'm saying we. You said it. I didn't say it. I don't know. Well, why aren't women as good as men? That's the question. I am taking my 70-year-old brother-in-law down to the pub tomorrow. He wants to play pool. I didn't realize how lonely he is. I hope I cheer him up. Yeah, I bet he is lonely. For you to want to hang out with your sister, it's pretty lonely. My kids, do they hang out together? Sometimes they do. But not as often as I'd like them to do. The best anglers seem to be women. Let's look that up. Are the best anglers women? We're going to look that up. Are you looking it up? I'm looking it up. Are the best anglers women? Well, this says Canal and River Trust says yes. 3 British records. Okay. I'm going to have to look here. AI, are women better fishermen? What would you call it? Sports fishermen? Sports fishermen. Those are images. Let's see what it says. Is it subjective and depending heavily on skills? Well, men have historically dominated the sport and commercial fishing. And the recent trends show fishing relies more on skills such as patience, technique, and strategy than raw physical strength, an area where women can compete equally. Mental approach, growing participation. So maybe it is true. Joodles is not here because if she were here, she would be yelling at me. I think she'd be yelling at me. Or she'd be who's the one who said that I know a joke about a vicar and a fisherman, but it's too long to type on here, says Mr. Cuff. There's a joke right there. I think we've lost Russ. Russ doesn't come in here anymore. I think I yelled at him for making too many jokes. It's always that way. I always hurt the ones that I love. There's Joodles. Women have a pheromone advantage over men when fishing, apparently. A pheromone. What does it mean? Do they jump in the water and raise their underarms? Kermit, she is here. She is here. Thank you very much. Or is Lucy here? Because she would yell at me too. You better get yelling at him then, Judes. I don't know if they are or not. I've never fished, really. I remember I used to go fishing every year when I went to summer camp, in the woods up in Connecticut. And then my father came and he caught like 2 or 3 fish in like no time whatsoever. In like no time. In like no time. And I think he felt bad. He felt bad because I had never caught a fish there. I always wanted to meet a girl that loves seamen, says Julian. That's naughty. You are naughty. All the nice girls love a sailor. That's a better way of saying that, Kermit. It's a better way. Do you go fishing? I bet I could see Joodles being a fisherman. I mean, are you allowed to be a fisherman? I did say this, Joodles, earlier. I thought that it's transformed onto the line. Why would they be attracted to you, a pheromone? They're fish. They're not Lewis Schaffer. They're fish. They're fish. Gnome says that Joodles has been here for some time, Lewis. I think you need glasses again. I'm reading without glasses. I'm gonna try to get my eyes better. The bait apparently. When you're touching the bait, it's got your smell on it. What do you bait with? A worm or other bits of fish? Because when the salmon run, it's breeding season, says Andrew. Okay, good point. Celer at Ortex is here, and Claire says hello to him. And so does Mr. Cuff. Says hello, Celer. Laughing and waving. That's what we need. We need people laughing and waving. So the answer to that question is, it's like chess. Why aren't women the best chess players or as good as men? Not that I'm a good chess player, and probably many women are smarter than I am. At least right now, I'm not as smart as I used to be. Women are at better than men. Women are better than men in a sport that involves sitting around on your ass all day. Alan Williams. That's so bad. Well, that's what fishing is. That's what fishing is. How many times you've driven up north and see these guys around these tiny little ponds? They're all along the pond. They're not even close to each other to talk to each other. Yes, Lewis, I've heard stories of men giving their bait to their wives to handle, so to speak. Without the hands. My chum owns coarse fishing lakes. What does that mean? What is a coarse fishing lakes? Joodles. Maybe I've met women who fish. It would explain a few things. Well, you know what, Kermit? It probably would explain a few things. It would explain, women are fishermen. And men are the fish. Women are just sitting there hoping that the man comes by, looking at the men, trying to find a way to lure the men in. That's what women do. What do men do? They just grab the food. They just grab the bait. They grab the beauty and the pheromones of a Joodles or a Claire. Vatanai. That's quite funny and true. You have to laugh at things like this. I'm going to live forever. Says, what did Vantanai say that was noteworthy? I don't see what it said. Joe says, I've been fishing on a trawler. Oh my God, on a trawler. Well, I've gone out trawling. I've gone out trawling. I'm trolling here. I'm trolling for love and affection of you people. That's what I'm doing. It's a very feminine thing to troll. It's very feminine. It's what women do. They're good. They're trawlers. I went to the north once, and it was closed. I think that's a joke. You might want to put like a laughing emoji afterwards, Lud, but that's very funny. Coarse fishing is freshwater fishing, lakes, etc. Oh, I did not know that. It's called coarse fishing. I never heard that. Now I learned something. Batanaya, yeah, that is lovely. Lovely. You're not alone. Does your wife listen to us, nut jobs? We are not nut jobs, and you are not a nut job. You are good. You are good, Joodles. I mean, not Joodles, girl from Mars. You are good. You are good. Joodle says, thanks, Settler. Coarse just means there are all kinds of fish, too. So you're not necessarily fishing for bass. It's not like bass fishing or catfish fishing. It could be anything. You can catch anything, and then when you catch it, you're surprised. You go, "Oh my God, look what I've caught!" Right? I guess that's what it means. That's what it means. There you go. Now John Miller comes in and says, "There's a short film with Ewan McGregor. He's walking alone on a beach when he gets hooked in the jaw and pulled into the sea." Oh my God, that sounds like so painful. That sounds like really painful, John Miller. What do you call a fish with no eyes? An FSH. That's funny. I laughed at that. I didn't expect that, but that sounds like a good joke. It is a good joke because I laughed at it. Fly fishing in rivers for salmon and trout. Coarse fishing is for fish like carp, pike, tench, perch, which can be in ponds and rivers. Interesting. Interesting, says Vontanai. Mr. Cuff says, Kermit, what do you call a deer with no eyes? Kermit says, no idea. I never saw these jokes before. These are good jokes. Anybody thinks they're not good jokes, you got to have your sense of humor. Check that. Kermit, one of my favorite jokes. What do you call, right, that's a great joke. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Could be a fash. Hello, everyone. I'm waiting to get my mudlarking license. Do they have mudlarking licenses? What's that? Where you pick up rubbish on the beach? Is that what mudlarking, or the banks of a river? Caribbean. Good to see you, Caribbean. Game fishing is the other. It's all about license, really, and the landed gentry protecting their food source. Says Andrew Rubin. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Maybe there are too many people to fish. We've got too many people. We're letting in more and more people into the country. Game fishing is okay. What did I miss here? License to mudlark? Says Selaire. Is that right? He says he's never heard of it. I never heard of it either. Andrew Rubin says, I'd love to mudlark. I do it. I got tons of stuff. I'll show you my box of mudlarking things. What do I do with it? Does anybody want it? I don't want to throw it out. Maybe I'll go back to the... Where did it go? Here's my box. Can you see my box? No, that's not it. That's the box of the money. Here we go. Here we go. Look what I got. Look at how shiny that is. What is that? Can you see what that is? Mudlarkers? This is my mudlark. Oh, look at this. Look at this. What is that? Can you see that? Look at that. I think that's from a horse's tooth. Have they changed the rules? Here's a little bit of glass. Look at the glass. I don't know. What animals are these from? Who knows? Who knows what animals? Can you see the animals? Can you see that inside there? This is the horse bones. This is when there were bones. There were the horses in London. I used to collect them with my kids when they were small. We used to keep them on the windowsill outside the kitchen. Thank you, Claire. Good. I've got some good stuff here. Thank you. Thank you for that, Mr. Cuff. Used to collect it. Any river around Townsend City holds treasures. Mudlarking is very interesting, says Noam. It is really interesting. I used to go up to the Thames. Living in Portsmouth, says Joe. I met a lot of fishermen back in the day, hence my trawler experiences. Well, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. Here's a... These are things that I found. Can you see the box? Did you like going to the river, producer? It was good fun. That was really good. Well, it was good fun. You remember us walking? And do you remember that? Probably. Do you have a memory of us like running and walking along the river all the way? And then, what is this here? What is this here? What is this here? I've got another little bag of stuff. I don't know why this is in a bag. This is pottery and stuff. This is pottery and stuff. Can you see the pottery and stuff? And then I've got a box of pottery. Can you see this? Look at all of this stuff. Look at how beautiful that is. It's an old plate. It's an old plate. It's a voodoo box. Yeah, look at that. We got this. This is a I don't know, very interesting. My grandparents owned ponds. There was perch, tench. What kind of fish is a tench? I never even heard of that. Carp, pike, and rudd. Rudd in them. They let out the rights to the WD and H.O. Wills Tobacco Company Fishing Club. I fished there with my dad, says Vatanai. Those are really good memories. Memories that people spend with their kids are good memories. And even my son here, who hates to be disturbed, he actually answered me and said we were out every single day. I was such a good parent back then. Yeah, Vatanai says. So that's interesting. We love a cold case. What is it, Kate? There are only bones left because he ate the meat. Yeah, possibly. Even then I would pick up stuff. On the street, I'd pick up stuff. And then here's some other stuff that I would pick up. You can't see this right now. Maybe if I put this like this. How about like that? How about like that? Can you see that? Can you see what's in the box? What's happening here? I'm trying to get this thing. I'm moving it away. It's going up. It's going down. I don't know why it's going up. It's going down. But can you see what this is here? Can you see this? You know what? I'm gonna turn the chat box off just for a second. Okay, so we can see it. Turning it off. Can you see what this is? You know what this is, people? You know what these are? These are tobacco pipes. From tobacco pipes. These were the most primitive tobacco pipes back in the day, before they had rolling papers. Before they had rolling papers. We've got a lot of tobacco pipe things. What should I do with it? Should I go back to the shore and put it back on the Thames? I mean, can you see all of these? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10, maybe more. Let's see if I can find the bowl. The bowl. Here's another one. There's another one. I can't find the bowl. Here, there's another one right there. Can you see that? Can you see that? Where is the bowl? There's another one. There's another one. Look at how great that is. Look at how many I have. I've got so many. And now let's see. And this is all the different pots and pans. I guess if it broke, they threw it in the rubbish. You couldn't fix it. They didn't have glue the way we have glue. I don't see any. There's another one of these things. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. I have countless of those in my cultural history classes, some very ornate ones, plates. I took my daughter out every single day too, Lewis. The beach, the parks, free places were more fun than the overpriced stuff. Exactly. I didn't have any money to do that stuff, but we did go to places. We went to lots of different places. You are a good mother. You are a good mother. I believe in good mothers. Not all mothers are bad mothers. Not all. Selaire says, and Mr. Cuff agrees with you, Selaire, but, oh, look at this thing. What does this thing say? Can you read that? London Hotels, Imperial London Hotels. Oh, look what it says on the back. Can you read that? It says Adams vitrified wood. Adams, it's called, vitrified Wood and Sons, England, Imperial London Hotels. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. More pipes than Mario. Okay, I'm not quite familiar with the Mario brothers, but he must have had a lot of pipes. Google search by taking photos, the amount of handy guns you find. I used to nick pipe cleaners from my dad so I could make stickmen like the Saint. Yeah, they used to stick the pipes inside, and I mean, I need a pipe cleaner because I've got glass straws. This show is one for the this is a bit dull. Not all shows are amazing. Last night's Late Show was amazing. It was an amazing show. Lewis is starting his own museum. TV is dead. Lewis is way better. Well, don't we all have stuff like this? What do I do with this stuff? Does this stuff have any value? Should I go back to the Thames? Back to the Thames in Southwark, right at the base of the Thames, right where the 63 bus ended. Right along the water. What do? Do I go back there and put it back in the water? Put this back in the water and let people find it? Is it possible that everything could be taken out of the Thames already? Look at that. There's kind of like Chinesey things. Can you see that? Look at that with a mountain. It's like real China. The whole game is played through pipes. Okay, there you go. Okay, well, thank you, Noam. I did not know that. It's all made in Stoke. Yes, lots of this UT made in Stoke. I mean, that's just the way. And look at this. Look how beautiful that pattern is. Oh, little. I mean, seeing things in beautiful pictures. Jack the Ripper may have smoked one of those pipes. Yeah, could be, yeah. No, I think Jack the Ripper was a bit posher than that. He probably had a wood pipe. These kind of pipes, these kind of cheap ceramic pipes, were for like poor people, I would assume. I assume Jack the Ripper I think Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, was Jack the Ripper. I think John Miller. That's the willow pattern. What is the willow pattern? This one here? Is that the willow pattern? No, keep it. All memories with your son. I don't know. Oh, look at this. Look at this pattern. That's kind of interesting. That's very, very interesting. Not sure if that word is used in Wales. If he puts it back in the river, it'll just be a fine for littering, Jedster says. Yes, that's the way the country's going. You can't win. They'll find a way to get you. Jack the Ripper had just been confirmed. Poor Jewish immigrant from Poland. Yes. And he was working for the IDF, and he was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein. That's the Jews. That's the Jews. So all this stuff. Look at this piece of glass. I remember when I was a kid, they used to take the glass and we used to make stuff out of it. We used to attach the glass to another piece of glass to make kind of like stained glass ornaments in school. We used to do that. Did you have glass when you were kids here in this country? By 1860 and 1700, when the industry reached its peak, almost every town and city in England had pipe makers, says Dingo Dollar. Welcome back to the show. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not super high technology. You just take clay, you roll it into a bit, you stick something in the middle, and you heat it up. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 pieces of this. 14 pieces. What do I do with it? I don't know what I do with it. Look at that. That looks like a fancy plate. Can you see the edge there? And then this thing. Look at how pretty that is. Did I show you that? Should it be that way? There you go. Jack the Ripper, either Edward VII or the Weird Surgeon. Why do we still not know? Because I think he only killed like 2 people. I don't know how many people he killed, but not that many. But I'm going to tell you something. I was nowhere near it. Latest thinking, he was a Polish barber with mental health issues. Possibly. Always blame the immigrant. And, there's always been immigration problems. I couldn't fancy mudlarking in the ship canal. I wouldn't fancy mudlarking in the ship canal. Kerms, what ship canal are you thinking about? Oh, okay, you're up there. I missed that comment. I missed that. I still have some soup dishes that I use from the Manchester liners, which was from the passenger ships running up the Manchester Ship Canal from 1798 to the 1960s. Some soup, plates and things like that. Not soup like you're actually eating the soup, but you're eating the plate that the soup came in. No, the first one with the trees. I put it away. Okay, we'll come back someday. Someday we'll come to see this. But this is good. Now let's see what this thing is. I don't know what this stuff is. This is the low quality stuff. Can you see this is the low quality? This is a tile. These are like tiles. Look at how thick the tile is. Look at how thick this piece of tile is. Can you see that? I'm finding this interesting. What do I do with it? My kids don't want this. I assume they don't want it. My son just ran off. He went to the shop. Display it. What do you mean, like have a museum or something? Latest thinking is that it was a Polish. Okay, we said that already. The ship canal. I have some full crockery from Canadian Pacific Railways. Full crockery. What is that, like an entire plate? Yeah, well, that's when the railways and the trains were amazing back then. Now you got paper plate, I guess, I would assume. Mudlarking in the Thames. That's where I went mudlarking, in the Thames. I live in Greenwich. There is a Mudlark Boulevard. Alexei Sales had a flat there. Thank you, Carrie B. I've been down there. I've been that entire coast down there, all the way up, all the way along the river, all the way. That keyboard looks like, oh yeah, because of this thing. Oh yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I'll have to put it all away. A night on the tiles with Lewis Schaffer, says Mr. Cuff. What does that exactly mean? What is a night on the tiles? Is that like going into the bathroom or something? Or is that going into the pub? Or anal treat, as the roadside said for many years. Canal Street. Canal Street. Anal treat. Canal Street. Yeah, like there's a Canal Street in New York. I bet close to what used to be the gay district. I guess close to it, Canal Street. This new segment of the podcast is way interesting. I love it, Lewis. Keep it always. Keep it. Well, we'll go over all my stuff. You want to do that? I'll do that. Because I don't know what to do with it. Should I bring the box to the river? Or maybe I should go down to the Brunel Museum. How about the Brunel Museum, Carrie B? Should I go down there and give it to them? Yeah, you live right there. Carrie B, should I go down to the Brunel Museum? Which is down, where is that? Is that in Greenwich or Deptford or wherever it is? It's down there. Or Bermondsey? A night on the tiles is a night out, says Joodles. How did it get the name, A Night on the Tiles? I'm going to have to look it up because you're not providing me with enough information. So we're going to find out what A Night on the Tiles is. A Night on the Tiles. For a lively late night out, partying and drinking and visiting pubs and clubs, similar to a night out on the town. Possibly linked to cats on roofs, having or even wartime firefighting. It signals a night in revelry and debauchery extending well past normal hours, reflecting a celebratory mood. Where does the name come from? It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Where does it come from? Late 19th century, early 20th century. Maybe because all of the great pubs were tiled back then. What do you think about that? They were tiled. Thank you for not being miserable today. Thank you, girl from Mars. Was I miserable yesterday? I hope I wasn't miserable. I'm not. I'm never miserable to you, girl from Mars, or to beautiful, beautiful Claire, or to Joodles. I'm never. One of YouTube orders often goes magnet fishing in and around London, always entertaining. Magnet fishing is really entertaining. It is really entertaining. How could you find it not entertaining? I love it. If you don't want it, I'll buy it for $5 for the box. You know what? Maybe that's what I should do. You think maybe that's what I should do now? Is give it away. Is make it like a prize.
That
what?
Stop rustling and like playing with the stuff.
Okay. Can you
causing ear aids?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get the dust. I got all the dust.
It just sounds bad. Anything crinkling or tinkling when you like knock it is bad. It sounds bad.
Do you hear? I'm being directed by the producer. I'm sorry. Okay. So it's at least it's sound, so people have to listen to it, or they don't have to, but at least they know that somebody is here. that someone is here. Hold on a second. Let's see how many people. Let's go back here. Let's go full screen. Everybody, we've been on an hour already. Let's go to the oh, that's my, look at that. That's my, I've got dust and I'm touching my beep. I'm sorry that you have to see this. I'm sorry. I didn't even button my button enough. I'm undoing my pants. I'm buttoning my button. Maybe you girls are going to find it attractive, kind of like a little bit of porn. There I am. I'm buttoning my button. I'm buttoning. Dusty crotch. I got a dusty crotch. Absolutely covering. Yeah, I'm giving myself to you people. Hold on. Don't look. Don't look. It just shows there's very little time delay on this show. Don't look. Don't look. You can't see how thin I am. I'm 77.3 kilograms, kgs. I'm 77.3. These like cigarettes. Okay, we're back on track. What was I checking? I was checking something over here. What was I checking? A 9 tiles. I think we did that already. Back to the full screen. Okay. Yeah, I'm making, maybe it's a bit noisy, but so what do you think? Does anybody want to buy this stuff? If you make a contribution right now, you could, I'll send it to you. It's a bit heavy. Maybe. You don't get this with Tony Robbins at our Time Team. Yes, you do. You do get this. They're looking at all sorts of stuff like this, but they've got a made-up story about this one particular piece. Can you see the red bit, the blue bit on it? Maybe that's how they're different. Claire is going to be absolutely devastated missing this. Did she head off? What about you, Joodles? Are you enjoying this too? I'll buy it. Okay, you'll buy it. Anybody want to pay a higher price than £5? The Horniman Museum. I could bring it up to the Horniman Museum, Carrie B. Yes, I could. I've never seen Tony Robinson's Dusty Crotch. No, you never have. I love that program so much. When I first moved here, I really, really loved that program. Dingo Dollar is here. The show feet. Yeah, my feet. You want to look at the feet? You don't want to look at these feet. They're not, whatever. They're not, this one is all right. His itchy feet. They're not that itchy. They're a little bit itchier. I've had a little, but they're not bleeding. And they're not smelly, because when you're on a low-carb diet, you don't have smelly feet. I'm enjoying this. This is the way professionals like my friend Clive does it. You know, Clive, he's got 1 million followers. Those ankle veins suggest circulation issues. Yes, they do. Can you see them? Remember, I'm 60. They do, yes, because I've been on a bad diet for a very long time, Andrew. You're laughing my ass off. So there's a £5 offer for all of this stuff. Can you see the stuff? There's this box. There's this. It's good for kids, I would say. It's very good for kids. I think a kid would enjoy this. I'll even throw in this 5p piece. Here we go. I'm putting this in here. Can you see that? And I'm going to take these pieces here. And I'm going to put this on top. And I'm going to find the lid. I'll see if I have a lid. I don't think I threw the lids out here. Well, no, don't break that there. Don't have the lid there. Here we go. And I can put this lid on it here. What's going on? It's an auction. Here is this. It's an auction for Lewis Schaffer's. It's basically you get a free gift of bones, pipes, and broken plates taken from the Thames River and possibly other places in town. Okay. Postage will only be about a tenner. Yeah, it could cost a tenner. Or you could come here and I could give it to you. He is dirty stripping down while showing us his archaeological finds, says Noam. Yes, they are archaeological finds. Comes from river mudlarking. And I got a little bit of the dust on my lower area here. So you know, a lot of people are looking at this and saying, I don't believe that Lewis Schaffer has a waist, because you never see it. I don't believe that I've got thighs or a leg. Are you going to go to the SHOP producer?
No, I just ate dinner.
What dinner did you eat?
I had a Chipotle burrito.
Where?
Where? In my stomach.
How did you get that? Did you have it ordered? How much did that cost? £10?
More.
£15?
Yeah.
Chipotle is a ripoff now. It used to be good. I saw the video about this.
Yeah, but you're thinking in like 2015 prices still.
No, but even it's less food than it used to be. It's a smaller portion. Are your fingers too busy to type, Joe? Okay. It would be too much money. It's an auction. It's an auction. We've got £5 on the table. I don't know. Maybe I should invite you to my place. You can come to my place, and I'll do an auction or something. I can trust you, but who knows who else is watching this show? It could be horrible people watching it. The Turing test is so outdated. Does this pass it or not? What is the Turing test? Am I gay or not? Is that the Turing test? I had piranhas, says Girl from Mars. The tank broke and they started eating each other. So I was so upset. Awful to see this. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. You're losing your piranhas. Piranhas, I've actually swum in rivers with piranhas. They are basically safe unless you're bleeding. And then I don't recommend it. Very funny. Girl from Mars. People are laughing at Girl from Mars. He certainly has some waste. I said that's a play on the word waste. Some finds are from all around the world because London, being a huge port, says Carrie B. Well spotted. We don't know where these things actually come from. I'm pretty sure the horses weren't born around here. Okay. Dog, cat, and fox skulls are often found. Yes, well, there's lots of dogs, lots of cats, and London is now filled with foxes. Every time you go out, how many foxes do we see? We see a lot of foxes. You can come to my place because I can't be arsed going to the post office. That's not true, but it seems like, £10 to ship it. £10, and I'd have to wrap it up. I don't know. Not many are interested in buying things rubbish from an elderly American. That's true. That is true. You thought it was going to be in demand. Lewis, you need Lilith to clean the crap. Well, yes, I need a Lilith. I need a you to clean the crap. Yes, I need you to organize things, Lilith. I would appreciate if you did. I need total help. I'm finding every single day. I'm finding stuff. I found yesterday a laundry bag that I washed. I told you I found. I'm just looking at the things that I find every single day. I walk in the park. I found a hat. Oh, I don't know if it was wool, but it was like a wool kind of hat. I found a let me get the chat box back up and running. I found a wool hat. I found the door handles, expensive door handle with a £50 price tag on it. Can we please have a different camera angle? Okay, yeah, I'm giving you a different camera angle. Can we see your beautiful face? Dingle Dollar says. If you think it's beautiful, you can look at it. Lewis, could you please take the camera off your crotch and feet now, please? Okay. Lilith is moving in. maybe that's a bit too much, but we could, you can come and visit. You're gonna have to fight other people for your time to be on that list, which Judel says she's not on the list. Just got here. What did I miss? You missed a lot of stuff. You missed me. I'll show you something else I have. I'll be back in a second. How much was it? 15? Here we go. I found this in the cemetery. Can you see what this is? Can you see what this is? Let's see. Let's get the light on that. That's maybe a bit too bright. That's a bit too bright. Maybe it'd be better this way. Can you see that? It says J Mills registered London, and then it says on the back charged deposit. Is it deposit? Can you see that? It says J Mills London. And then on the back, can you see that? A bottle. I found, maybe I should have washed it. I found it in Camberwell old cemetery. Yes, right by the wall over there. That's what I found there. And then there was a time I was collecting these things with Rose and me. She got some, and she left me some. Can you see that? Can you see the name? Can you see what that says? That's our Queen Elizabeth from Windsor Castle, the Silver Jubilee, 1977. How fantastic is that? Things found from the cemetery. Everything gets more cheerful. Well, I was very involved in the cemetery, and now they're planning on building on green space. This horrible, horrible, left-wing, disgusting government is building on green space. I also found this old skull that nobody seemed to be using. Yeah, well, there were skulls. I never saw any skulls there, but I saw pictures of skulls. You need to fast forward or go to live. Okay, the only memory I have of the Silver Jubilee is being on my brother's shoulders and being poked in the eye with the flag. You're always getting poked in the eye, Kermit, is that right? Something buried with a corpse that rose to the surface when it rained. Yes, that is actually true, because they were digging up old graves for a while, and then they stopped digging. And now I've got to go back there and see what's going on. I've been back there in 5 years. In 5 years, the only 5 years, you Janice. So I'm going to go back there, Lewis. Can we collect living dead dolls, and not the old stuff one? Can we collect living dead dolls? What is a living dead dolls and not the old stuff? What does that mean exactly? J Mills was a PDF near Cardigan. Okay, was a we don't PDF is not just a file. It's what a person does. God, he's going to find a UXB one day. Just bring it home. UXB. What does UXB mean? I'm gonna have to look that up without asking for it. What does UXB mean? Unexploded bomb. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was totally involved in that. You're not that far off there. You're not that far off. Joodles, they're dead now anyway. They won't need it. Is it included in the auction? Maybe I should include it in the auction, Gnome Hunter. I looked up at a USB. I didn't mean that's an unexploded bomb. Are your ankles swollen, Lewis? You could have chromosome tomolosis. Chromosomotomolosis. No, they're not swollen. They used to be swollen. And when I was on amlodipine, which is a high blood pressure medication, and so I stopped taking that, and I also lost a lot of weight. I'm down to 77.3 kilograms. I'm doing so well. I'm at a certain level. Lewis, only look on the base of the bottle to see if it's hand blown or factory made. London Southeast. Does it say hand blown? I don't know. Does it look hand blown? I can't tell. How do you tell if it's hand blown? I don't see it. By J. Mills. Why don't I Google this and I see how much this is worth? This is what I do with my time. I've looked this up dozens of times. Dozens and dozens of times. We're going to look and see what this is. J. Mills London bottle. Okay. Images. I don't see it. No. Can you recognize any of this? No. The Bottle Factory. Southeast London. It's not here. London. Southeast. The Bottle Factory. It does not have it here. Shopping. Let's see if in shopping. Maybe it's in shopping. Well, these are old bottles. It's an old company. 12-sided vegetable experiment. Does anybody know about this? Can anybody know? It's round. I thought I saw it before, but it's not here anymore. There's another bottle here that's £8.50. Can you see this? Whoops. Bermondsey. Is it from Bermondsey? Oh my God, she'd actually love those. Weird child, weird mother, Lilith. I missed it here. Let me catch up here. Lewis, I wondered why Lewis's X handle was included in the bottle search for a second. Okay, look at my comments. Okay, let me find your comments. That bottle was made in Bermondsey. Okay. Okay, so it's made in Bermondsey. That's when things were made in London, but I don't see this bottle being here. Okay, let's see. Maybe it's all 126 years industrial space. At least they didn't tear it down. Thank you very much, Southwick, for not tearing it down. Thank you, Southwick, for not tearing it down. Former J. Mills and Sons bottling plant near Old Kent Road, Asda, saved for potential demolition. That's brilliant. I have been telling you about J. Yes, you have been. I'm giving the prize goes to Carrie B. It goes to you. Jules is saying pneumonia, ultra microscopic, silico volcanosis. Take a photograph and Googles will search it. Okay, good point. Good point. Where's my phone? Uh-oh. I told Kermit that I would keep an eye on my phone and keep it right next to me, but I didn't keep it right next to me. So let's take a picture of the bottle. Let's take a picture of the bottle. I don't know how to do this thing, but we'll put this over here. We'll put this over here. You can't see what I'm doing, but you can see. I'll put this here. The light can be. No, I have not been to that place. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that works. Here's an image. Here's an image of the thing. Can you see the thing? Can you see the bottle? We're testing out the bottle. Everybody, while I'm doing this, can you all go to like and subscribe if you haven't? Lewis needs a little. Yes, you do. You do. I need you. Don't worry. Don't worry. The women who've been here before. I'm not. Go to Google and find camera icon. Let's do that. Edit. We'll go to the top. Camera, Google Lens. Yeah, there we go. Yes, there we go. £22.50 someone's selling it for. Oh my, £22, £25.50. Look at that. Can you see that? You probably can't see that. Whoops, that's very bright. Maybe that's a bit too bright. I'm making it a bit darker, maybe. £25. There's money to be made in all this stuff. Whoops, that's not the picture. Can you see that? You probably can't see. £25. Yeah, now you can see it. Can you see it? £25. Oh my God! I'm gonna put this up. I'll sell it and I'll put it on Etsy if I can. I haven't bought any Christmas presents yet. Should I panic or just blame Amazon when they haven't arrived? No, maybe we'll do something with all the stuff. Maybe that's a bit too bright as our collective retinas burst into flames. Sorry about that. May I have the teeth and the animal bones, please, Carrie B. My offer for a $5 still stands. Just to let you know. Okay. All right. So it would be too easy for me to say yes. It would be too easy. Anyway, this has been a great show. I think we've done with the show right now. I want to thank everybody for watching. Can you still hear me? I think this has been one of the most laid back and enjoyable shows for me. We've been through Lewis Schaffer's bone and plate collection. That's what we've been through. Lewis Schaffer's bone collection. And then the bottle from J. Mills. Okay? J. Mills. Very good. And so Gnome made an offer for £5. And then I could probably drop him off at the Carrie B. And who knows what could happen there. Carrie B. Basically. I think it's been amazing. You won't be throwing them out, Carrie B. I'm not going to throw them out because I don't. Thank you, Kermit, for saying that. Please like the stream. I mean, it's not much to like. Can I leave? I need to tidy Lewis's apartment. Yes, you do. You're going to have to tidy my... The Bone Collector, great book about Jeffrey Dahmer. Sorry, I'm a bone collector. I missed the show last night due to my son's epilepsy. He's fine now. Okay. Well, you stop feeding him. Feed him red raw meat. Red raw meat. Very important, but good to see you, Carrie B. Great show. It's been a pretty good show. I don't know if it's been a great show, but I like this show and tell thing. We can't do it all the time, but we can do it a lot of times. I'm going to thank everybody who's here, and I would also, if you want to make a contribution or something, you can also send a message on Twitter. There's Twitter right there. You can send a message. You can like this stream. You can subscribe to this stream. You can go to Patreon. It was a lovely, chilled stream. No shouting or banging the desk. I mean, yeah. And the show went quickly for me. I mean, it always goes pretty quickly. I hope it goes quickly for you. You make a contribution to Patreon or PayPal at Lewis Schaffer. That's how you spell the name. You could do that. That would be brilliant. And I'll be grateful for this. And the stream will live another day. Will live another day. And I thank every single one of you people for I'm going to 20 Dave Toyboy was here, Lucy Van Pelt, John Miller, Girl from Mars, brilliant. Lilith, beautiful Lilith, and beautiful Girl from Mars. And beautiful Lucy. Okay, Salaire and beautiful Carrie B. Beautiful girls love Lewis Schaffer. The more you love me, it just means you're beautiful. Because only beautiful women love Lewis Schaffer. Mark the Rosian, Six Badges, Vantanai, Ludd, beautiful Joodles. It's a fact. Loving Lewis Schaffer. She's a 12. Dingo Dollar is right there. And there's Dolly Bannister. He was here in the beginning. And thank you very much. If any of you people who are watching, and I don't mention your name for one reason or another, just say, hey, Lewis, what about me? What am I, chopped liver? Okay, Maltese Phil, the Jedster. There's a picture of beautiful Claire. How fantastic is that? Beautiful. Alan Williams, Mr. McCuff, Andrew Rubin. Thank you, Andrew. Joe, beautiful Joe. Thank you for being here. Hi-Ho Kermit is number 2. Very good. Tremendous. And Gnome Hunter. Very good for Gnome Hunter. Brilliant. I will see you soon. Let me see. Have I forgotten anybody's name? I don't know. Is the podcast out? Is the Lewis Schaffer Francis? Maybe just Google that. Just go to KO, not CO, -FI, Lewis.com, Lewis Schaffer, Carrie B. I appreciate this so much. I will send money. You keep a hold of those bones. Okay. All right. And then I'll come and meet you somewhere. Is that wrong? Is that a violation of my professional duty to go and meet an innocent young viewer? Am I being like Jimmy Savile and being all pervy? Lilith, thank you, Lilith, for being here. I think I've mentioned everybody. Who haven't I mentioned? The Jedster, thank you, Jedster. Mark the Rosian was here. Thank you very much. If I haven't mentioned your name, just say, hey, what about me? What about me? That's the question. And send me a message on Twitter. That's probably the best way. Okay, so there you go. Salaire at Audax. Did I mention your name? Thank you, Salaire. Joodles was high on the list today. Very high. Okay, this has been the best show ever. What time? I guess I'll see you tonight. I just ordered the pocketbook of boners. Okay, Lucy made me laugh. It was Dr. Seuss's first book. It would have been his last if that was his first book. Giving a lady your bone, Lewis. Yes, it's a bit dodgy, but I am dodgy, and you know this about me. Do you know that I'm dodgy? I think I'm pretty dodgy. I'm not completely dodgy, but how dodgy do you have to be? I've got evil, evil thoughts. Caribou, switch to a red meat diet and we'll all be healthy again. But thank you very much. Thank you. Very, very funny. Everybody, I'm giving you a round of applause. I'll see you at 10 o'clock. Make sure you press the like thing. Let me just see how many likes we have. Let me just see. Okay, let's see what the analytics say. We've got only 22 people liking this. That's not enough. Everybody's got to like it because it's not enough 22 people. You're forgetting to like the stream, how important that is. Analytics, very good. Very, very, very good. Well, not that great, but it's all right. Thanks for being here. We will see you tonight at 10:30. Will we see you? Yes, we will. Goodbye. Goodbye. No number on the stream. Let me see what the stream says. It says there are 29 viewers. But, you know, it's the end of the show. You liked it from the start, Joe. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mr. Cuff. Oh, you always liked it. That's right. Like. I've got 22 here. Let me just see what it says. It says 22. I'll see you tonight, 10:30. I love you. Actually am quite fond of you people. I shouldn't be because it takes away the mystery of my situation here.